And you know what? All the buildings are going to bear the names of our celebrities. Yes. Listen, in the future, I'm going to shift all the slums to Kabulamaido district so that the ghetto people can enjoy whatever they want to do without the interference of the general public. And you know what? I'm going to turn Kamocha into the hollow of Uganda. Yeah, somebody clap for me. Yes.
To me, poetry is best words arranged in the best order. Now, if it's best words arranged in the best order, just look at that word, still referring on what is on Xenson's shirt. Kampala sichibuga chabafala. Those are best words already. That at least the way you say it, you can really keep them in your mind. Bobafala or Foli Yala, it's basically, in Kampala, Kampala is not a city of people who are not sharp. And if you ain't sharp, you'll die hustling and all that. So you find these are words that, it's basically the way you sit down and arrange your words. And actually this one I can refer it to the boys back at the Bonfire. You sit down and find this young men who used to rap. And they didn't know that rap was poetry. So not until when we told them that, you guys, you know what? Get off the beat and remain with the words and see what you'll have. Because they were really, just the way you had actually earlier on said, to them it was basically sitting down with a paper and a pen and writing words on paper, writing their rhymes on paper, you know? And they didn't know that they were poets. To them they knew they were artists. I'm a hip-hop artist, you know? But still, at the end of the day, whether you're a hip-hop artist, well, mostly when you're a hip-hop artist, you should always know that you have that element of poetry in yourself.
I am the cradle of humanity, yet the underdog in global policy. Testament of nature's generosity, yet the face of poverty. I am the season of the harvest, the food granary of the universe, yet the starving hand that forever seeks processed food donations.
The Lanten meet, like you said, these are not guys like artists that come together. They have ambition or something like that to be artists. The Lanten meet are more like working people who have a passion for poetry, who write in their free time. So they come and sit down and critique, and when they have a collection of work, then maybe they say, okay, let's recite to the public. We have something that we can now say to the public. Then they have the platform of the theater and they organize a recital.
What do you know? What do you know of passion? Passion so deep it rejects the existence of self-full lust. Of passion so long the season sees the ebb and flow fused in the floating euphoric of unmarked time. What do you know of restraint? Of the quiet of a river as it channels steadily to the one able to receive in marvelous sight all its thundering might. What do you know? What do you know of the faithlessness of hurried and bridled passion that leaves with the quickness of a cigarette lighter but stains as the charring of a gasoline fire? You who sit in mocking rejection of my caution, what do you know? You who sit in laughing dejection at my persistent reticence would do well to walk on by.
I mean, all the time, everywhere, the world over, youth is relegated to tomorrow. You're the leader of tomorrow. You're the leader of tomorrow. How about today? I'm living today. Who cares for me today? I take care of myself.
We need to realize that poetry is a very small section in the art industry, yeah? But then it's starting to come up. It's starting to come up, and we're very happy about that. And if you look at many of the poems that are coming out from either from Bonfire, from Lanten Meet, from all of the different places, you have people who are speaking what many will call social conscious poems and things like that. But then when we're writing them, we're not doing it just to entertain. We're doing it because we have words that we want people to hear. We cry out and we're screaming, please listen to us, hear what we have to say.
Zinja mbayigiriza guluma yaguze nzikuteruma kundi ate nzikwetta mwenzi mwabataaka boozi si kammwe mukama amazzi gwakuliridde lwanyisa obwenzika n'aluzaala sema kakomya ambagirawo kuganza bakaabasajja manya mukajegere mukenenya muyeetiribooseza.
I remember we were, I think, no more than 30. If we were many, we were 30. As in that's performer, and actually most of us were performers. Yeah.
At dusk, my feet are worn. Then my eyes glow, peering at the lights in the sky. With beauty, take the green away, only to wake at dawn, to drink of this cup that won't go away.
Poetry is very dangerous. How dangerous is it? Because poetry, once you get people into their consciousness, people will start asking, and then people start getting to ask themselves questions like why, how, when, what, such questions. Because you know, when you become an addict to poetry, those are the questions basically you start asking yourself.
Screw the Obama craze of yes we can and all of those nonsensical slogans. Be gone with all your Greek mythology, all your maths, physics, and biology. I want to know about me. I want to know about me, my history, the wars, the maji-maji, the mythicals, the bachwezi, my roots, my reality.
We as conscious people, as Lanten meet, as Bonfire, we should never give up. Let's take our people back to those days when they would sit around the bonfire, and then there would be that word that would be passed on.
Kawuda dada kule ya kutuma amadi kuna ikonto tiwawuliriza waira mulia kuzana sonko bwe yakunenya kumpisa dembi wawoza dada alina entondo mbwa akairiye amagezi ge butyo gapimira ku kendo toyenda kunenya kumpisa dembi kwegamba maka wefire wa muwendo mbolokuba town LC5 weisa za budondo werabire nti ono mukaida dada gwonooma ne atata okumutindo okukosinzira okwe omfulo omwendo butolya maido dodo waire bando.
It's just like when the missionaries were coming to Africa to preach the word of God. These guys didn't give up. You know, Africans didn't just embrace Islam or embrace Christianity. It was a process. If we've started right now to take our people to those days, because poetry was in this land, riddles were in this land, so we should not give up. Just slowly by slowly take the people back to storytelling, take the people back to their conscious mind. Start with a few. You know, in Uganda, there is a way the people are graded. So you find that the kind of audience that you guys have are the corporates. And then most of your events are usually like once in a while, and it's really a big event that you find all these people come up. And then to the Bonfire guys, who are mostly, these are young people from the ghetto, young people who are hip-hop. And in most of your events, because I've ever performed in your event as a rapper, and there's some other Bonfire poets who have performed like Slim, Gilly Willy, to mention but a few. To them, when I did ask him, I was like, you guys, what did you experience? They're like, man, to be honest, I didn't know that these guys would understand what I was talking about, because to them it's another story. They are getting the ghetto story, their life experiences, and they're bringing it to these corporate people. You find that guys like someone like Medals going and standing before a corporate and saying, can someone please clap for me? And then you get this engineer clapping for a man like Medals who doesn't even have a degree or maybe a certificate. And
clap for me. Clap for me. Listen.
Zinja atasirikira magezi siyinza kusirikira magezi mba mubi mba mubbi nzo kusirikira amagezi mbuzi bagibuuliza mbazi eri ku muddo y'emiisa zinja mbayigiriza guluma yaguze nziku teruma kundi ate nziku etta mwenzi muli mu maziga mukenenya atutwala kayiri gombe nga bwe mwekubiriza mu mitima mwabataaka boozi si kammwe mukama amazzi gwakuliridde lwanyisa obwenzika n'aluzaala sema kakomya ambagirawo kuganza bakaabasajja manya mukajegere mukenenya muyeetiribooseza bupiira bukakuuma bulamu temubutunuulira kyamuli nga ssalambwa lya nsenke bwe munaakikola akawuka kattira kye kanaabakola ow'amalibu yekka yekka yakikola ensujju njokonjo banji mujja kulowooza nti jjuju mujjajja jjunju abajulira jja bajjulula kuba kutereka lubugo baabuwe nga walumbe mubbe